I love them. They're my twinnies. They're my pets.
Thumbnail.
Wait, oh, my. Hi guys, it's Adria. Today I'm here with my twin sisters and they are going to be answering some questions about being a twin. It's pretty fascinating to us non-clones.
Oh, in case anybody's wondering, I gave blood today.
Who's the oldest? By how much?
4 minutes. And I slid out after.
Favorite memory together?
I guess I really like all our memories in school together.
Having a class together.
That's always fun.
You always had a friend.
Just the small
Having
things.
fun.
Even down to just sitting together in the same room. It's just like, we can just exist together and we're having a great time. Yeah.
You can kind of parallel play. You don't have to be doing the same thing. What's each other's dream job?
An animator.
How? Liv likes working with kids.
Yeah, maybe like pediatrics. I feel like I'm having a stroke today.
Allie donated blood,
talk.
give her a break.
Pediatrics. It's not like my dream job, but it's something I can see myself doing for a long time.
Who takes longer to get ready?
Me. I can be literally dressed and ready in 5 minutes. It takes me at least 2 hours to get ready when
2 hours? I feel like the more time you have, the longer it takes you. If you only have 20 minutes, you'll make it in 20 minutes. Do you have anything matching?
No, not really.
No. The last time I remember seeing the two of you dressed the same was on your Sweet 16. They had
that was
matching
the last time,
Sweet 16 shirts, but that was the last time.
We even wore like the same leggings and the same shoes.
I couldn't
and did
tell
our
you
hair
apart.
the same. I actually hate looking the same because
Why?
it's scary to me. Yeah, I had this horrible moment in like 8th, I think it was 8th or 9th grade, where I just looked at her and I saw myself and I felt like I was out of my body. And that was like the scariest thing ever. She like phased out. She was like, "You look just like me for a second."
Did you ever dress alike?
It was up until 3rd grade. We still had like matching stuff, but like we wouldn't wear it.
You would get different colors, yeah.
I was the one with the piercings and the crazy hair and the crazy clothes, and Allie was very conservative.
Allie's very like soft-spoken.
I just like to not stand out.
We're being flashed through a window. I think you guys will like this question.
Oh, yay.
Song you would describe each other with?
Whenever I hear the song Far Behind by Candlebox, I always think of Allie.
I thought of her too when we heard it when we went to Starbucks. What about you, Al?
For me, it's Self-Esteem by The Offspring. I remember when that came on, you're like, leave it! Leave it! Leave it! And I was like, what the heck is this? And I also have no self-esteem.
Oh, this is a cool one. One thing that you can do well that the other can't.
Allie does everything better than me. Oh. Put in your input. Maybe this is a good one for you to answer.
I feel like Livy is better at socializing.
Oh my gosh.
By far. Allie?
Yeah. She's better at video games than me.
Watch out, PewDiePie. She'll come for your weave.
I guess something I feel like I'm better at than Liv is like exercise. That's not to be shady, but that's just saying like I have like higher endurance.
Well, and you like to work out.
Yeah, it's something that I've always enjoyed more. And what do you think I'm better at? I think hair. I can never do hair. You would always have to French braid our hair. Also, I think you can sing higher than me, which I admire.
Do you have the same personalities?
I would say, yeah. I think we're different.
I think you guys are pretty different. I kind of forget that they're twins sometimes.
Everybody reacts to situations differently. In a sense, we evolved in a different way. Because we started to do lots of different things. Yeah. I feel like I'm more quiet about everything. I'm more like the
silliest question about being twins.
Are you gay for each other? Yeah!
Someone actually asked them that!
Oh my gosh, I wish I was a twin.
No, what's it like being a twin?
Oh, what's it like being a twin?
I've asked them if their boobs look the same, or if you look the same naked.
The answer is no, up until a certain point. Nice. If you have a sibling, you're always similar in certain ways.
Describe each other in 3 words. Liv is very nurturing, giving. You're funny.
No one laughs at my jokes. It's like, can I say bad ones? Giving, loving, loves to hug, even though I hate it. My other hand. Oh. I don't know how to put that into a word. Yeah,
Allie, I would say sarcastic, creative, and hardworking.
Thanks, A. Allie, she always makes me laugh. She's very funny. She's also my creative outlet. We're best creatively when we work together. And I think she's a very inspiring person. Aww. Thanks, Liv.
Get tissues.
I feel nothing.
One thing that annoys you about each other. Allie's a little germophobic. It's part of your charm.
Allie tends to be more of the glass half empty kind of person. I like
falling
to
out.
call myself a realist.
But you
know?
can at least be optimistic.
Yeah, but then if it turns out good, you know, it makes me even happier.
Well, I think you worry a little too much.
I guess one thing that annoys me about Liv, probably the snoodling.
Liv naps too much.
Yeah, the napping. We just call it snoodling.
Wait. Hold up. I used to nap a lot. Having crippling depression makes you very tired without any reason.
What nicknames do you have for each other?
I call her Al, Ely, or wait, let me redo it then. Now it's gonna sound staged as fuck.
No, just do it. It's okay.
Alright, redo. I like to call her Al or Ely. I really just call you Al, I think.
Liv, Liveroo, Luigi,
Levy.
Levy, Luigi,
Loogie.
Liver,
Purple turnip.
purple, turnip.
That was from her hair.
The fat twin. Some people would say, oh, you're the twin with the fatter face.
Is this a video or a therapy session?
Yeah, right.
What do you order at fast food restaurants?
Either seafood or like a salad of some kind.
That's
Or-
usually what I get when I go out to
Yeah,
eat.
you always pick the things that I would never get.
You want to be open to new
Trying
things.
things.
I think you would probably get like chicken, a burger, or like a BLT.
Yeah, I usually always go for like the sandwiches or the burgers. I love getting burgers at places.
What's your favorite thing about each other?
Again, I think just how inspiring she is. Seeing you smile makes me so happy.
Aww.
That's what I would say too for both of you.
Can you just remind me of the question?
What's your favorite thing about Liv?
How quickly I don't matter.
I guess I really admire all the hard work that you do at your job because I could never see myself doing it. It's really just admirable, and I think a lot of people wouldn't do it.
Well, right now, Livy works with special needs kids.
They have multiple disabilities, so I take care of them during the school day.
You're a good egg,
Yeah, it's
Liv.
really admirable.
Are you identical? Yes.
Yes.
They don't look, I mean, maybe a little bit. Your hair's kind of similar today, but
Yeah.
I mean, they used to have like the same haircut. They used to look a lot more identical.
Again, I'm the fatter one.
But favorite film you've seen together and why?
I usually watch movies by myself.
Brother Bear.
But that kind of goes for all of us.
yeah, it kinda
it's-
does.
We're kind of like a three-twin way.
We're triplets.
It's
So like
yeah.
something betwing you and me.
Oh my god.
Sorry, there's just wasps
There's so
flying
many.
around.
No, they're flies.
They're
Oh, they're
wasps.
flies?
Are they
No, they're wasps.
wasps?
Oh.
I liked watching Silence of the Lambs
Oh,
with you.
yeah.
She'll watch a show, but then she'll rewatch it with me.
I like uncover everything and then say, watch this now.
Watch this.
Watch it.
Who's a good cook?
Allie, since you cook all the fish and stuff.
Allie makes, well, she works in like seafood, so Allie like prepares
Yeah.
stuff and she brings it home. She made us some like mushroom stuffed
Stuffed
crab.
mushroom. And I work in the butcher shop too. Like one time I brought home filet mignon.
When I wasn't here.
Yes, I did it while you were here.
Can I squeeze that pimple on your shoulder?
No.
You have a huge pimple.
Where? That's a mole.
It's not, Adria. It's
Let
like
me
an squeeze it and I'll leave it
No,
alone.
maybe after. Describe the last thing you did with your twin.
We just gave blood. I gave
Allie
you
gave blood.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys all came with me
We
to
went
do
for
that.
emotional support.
I usually do it by myself.
Aw.
Yeah, it's nice to have company. It was a big old blood sack.
And this is the last question on the tag. Complete this statement. My twin sister is blank.
Amazing.
Inspirational.
That's so cute.
Beautiful.
I would say that twin sister is a freaking riot. This twin sister is one of the most giving people I know.
I agree.
Thank you.
It's kind of hard for me to answer these questions because I'm not good at phrasing myself right.
Well, Allie said to me last night, she's like, I'm really bad at answering questions about myself, but I feel like everybody kind of is. It's
And-
almost easier to talk about other people.
Adria's a good fake twin.
Honorary twin.
She's kind of the third wheel, but a purposeful wheel. On like the three-wheeled motorcycles, like
Oh.
I never looked at Liv and said like, oh, she's my twin, so I feel close to her. I feel equally close to both of you.
I feel like they probably like
Yeah.
each other more than they like me, but I'm okay with
It's
that.
not, no, but it's I've never felt that way
Aw.
ever. We're all kind of the same and in the same boat.
It's gonna look
It's
like
kind
you're
of like
choking yourself.
well, I'm coming, Chester.
I think it's just our relationships are so different.
It's different.
Almost like she is just an extension of me. We're connected at like a soul level, like a spiritual level.
Like you're gay for each other.
Why is that even a question?
I'm coming, Chester!
Now we're on Twitter. Lizette asked who did better in school.
I think
don't
we
know.
both equally sucked. I think Allie did a little better.
I think academically Allie did a little
I think
better.
I might have, but only slightly, not by much.
Just because towards the end, Allie picked up my slack a lot when I was struggling.
Oh, yeah.
Let me remind you of like the, what was it, 3 courses that I did for you?
No, you did
2.
You did 1.5.
No, it was
1.5.
What are you both most talented in? Is it the same thing? I think you're both like equally talented at like video editing. and like artwork. And you can both sing. You have that same skill set.
We do it in different ways.
Like, I can tell your voices apart. I can tell your artwork apart.
Mine just looks a little more juvenile.
Kel's Kitten asks, did you guys ever think that Brandon and Adria wouldn't work out?
Well, let's talk about when we first realized who Brandon was.
Wait, let's remind everybody of how many failed relationships you had prior to that.
Damn.
When it came to boys,
Wait, no, I'm gonna phrase this
she didn't know
right.
what she was doing.
No, I didn't.
But this is why. Back then, Adria found her worth in other people.
I really
touching boys.
No, stop.
Story time.
Spill the tea.
With Brandon, it was just very sketchy.
Well, yeah.
Weird. The fact that it was Instagram, which is really public, that just made me feel weird.
Under any other circumstances, I probably
Honestly,
wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, but then we got to know him better even just through online. I remember he did, even before we met him, he did that thing for our birthday when he like did the balloon.
He threw a water
egg.
balloon. No, it was a water balloon full of ketchup, and then he did an egg in his face and a cupcake.
Yeah, so we just got to know him better, and it just obviously I was still apprehensive up to the point to when she moved in with him. I think of him honestly as like one of my best friends. Really,
Aww.
he's like almost like he belongs in our family. Like he feels like he
like a
really
part of
does.
our
If things don't
family.
work out with you, he'll probably go for Allie.
I ship it.
If we didn't have any
Mika.
concern, that would be concerning. Like, oh,
Yeah.
meeting a guy on Instagram,
Like,
that's
whatever.
totally
I
fine.
think the fact that he blended so well with us just eased it.
Yeah, and I say this all the time, and it's kind of weird, but one of the things I love most about Brandon is he reminds me so much of you guys. Like, I feel like he's actually your triplet.
He is my best friend.
Oh, he's gonna love watching
Yeah,
this.
I don't think he realizes how funny and like awesome he is in general.
And the fact that he takes care of you makes me happy.
Yeah.
It makes, as long as he doesn't break your heart.
Yeah, like if he treated you horribly, I would. I'd be the first to say
Seriously?
something.
Denise says, what do you guys hate most about Adria? Let's just throw me under the bus all day. I don't care. You can say whatever you want.
Bothering me about my habits. I mean, you have OCD as well.
I do, but
you do the same damn thing to me,
Well,
Allie.
even if two people have the same problem, they can criticize the other person because they can see them doing it. What do you hate most about me, Liv?
I can't say hate because I really don't
Well,
hate
alright, what do you
anything.
dislike most about me?
She handles things very childishly.
Oh, yeah.
I think she's very immature for her age.
I have people are like, oh, I thought you were younger. I'm like,
But that's not a bad thing. You're just growing and learning.
Kissy Boo Boo asks, are they telepathic? Do they feel each other's pain?
Pain? No, that's.
For me, yes.
When Allie was away at college, Livy knew when Allie wasn't okay.
What?
Did you like call her when you knew she was upset?
I would know when something wasn't right.
Well, see, I have this thing where I'm constantly nervous about everything, so I
So it's
can't.
just like
so
a
I can't
gut.
tell. I can't tell.
Have you guys ever pretended to be each other and gotten people to believe it?
When Allie needs to
So-
call someone as herself, I take those calls
Too
for her.
nervous to do it. I'm too nervous to do it.
Well, and she gives me stuff for it. She gave me $50 once. She fills my tank.
You would rather fork out money than have to call somebody.
yes,
But I'm kind of the same way. No, like literally I offer
hate
to pay
it.
people to call people for me. I hate it.
In school, we never tried trading places ever
No, that's
because
too
we were
risky.
just too.
surprised.
it was never even a thought. It's just too anxiety-inducing.
I feel like this whole video I've been staring into space.
Jessica says, what's your least favorite question that people ask you both all the time about being a twin?
It's just the what's it like being a twin.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it's like, well, what's it like to not have a twin? And they're like, well, I
Yeah.
don't know. And I was like, well,
I don't know
I don't
either.
know any different. Sorry.
Yeah.
We live life normally. We live independent lives. We have our own lives. When we're with each other, you have somebody that literally can read what's on your mind. You
Yeah.
kind of get the best of both worlds.
The last question is for me. And my question is, what is the hardest thing about being a twin? Because this is something I wonder a lot about.
I can answer that. Can I go first?
Sure.
No.
Okay, I was just gonna say independence when you're like really young up until like a teenager. It's just you can totally mess yourself up if you don't learn independence right away, which I think is what happened to me. It gets to a point where you physically cannot talk to people.
And you become too dependent on the other one.
And you're so dependent.
I think the hardest thing about being a twin was never really having my own identity. I was always a part.
That's a good one.
You're always just the twin.
maybe like being compared to each other a lot. I don't even like being compared to people in general,
Yeah.
but being compared to someone who's identical.
Yeah, the whole
to you.
thing of being associated in a group, like you're not an individual person.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let's go see if the girls want to go. Like, it's never just like, oh, let's see if
Allie
just
wants
Allie
to.
wants to. Like,
People ask me, oh, what does Allie think about this? It's like, why don't you ask her?
I don't know.
It's like the sharing thing also, it's always like, well, you guys can just share.
No. The best thing to remember about twins is that they have their own identities, and even the twins that look exactly the same and dress exactly the same, they're probably two very different people.
If they look, talk, act, dress the same exact way, I can guarantee you they are not the same. Because at the end of the day, they're still two individuals. It's not one person. I've noticed this when meeting other twins. They think other sets of twins look alike, but they don't think they look alike.
That,
even when they look exactly the same.
We were friends with twins. Yeah.
So I was friends with the one that was more like Livy, and Livy was friends with the one that was more like
me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
I thought it was the opposite. Oh my gosh.
I became friends with the more quieter one. And I was friends with the louder one.
That is so
It's very, very
funny.
weird. Yeah. And we didn't know we became friends with the other twin.
Really?
I didn't even know she was a twin when I first started.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I would hate it when we would be somewhere and someone would be like, are they twins? It's just like, what do you think they look exactly the same?
No, that's another question. I would like, if people would say like, oh, are you guys twins? I would say, no, she's my pet.
Thank you to Livy, not Livy, to Livy and Allie.
I respond to both. I do too.
Thank you to Livy and Allie for being on my channel today.
Sorry if we were too depressing.
Don't forget to give the video a like or dislike.
Or please dislike.
I will see you guys again real soon.
She's annoying. Why is she trying to be Jenna Marbles?
Oh, I hate that shit.
Panda Gugs, I love you guys. Bye!
You could not have messed it. Did you have a stroke? Did you do that on purpose?
I derped and then I kept going.
I will see you guys again real soon. Until then, Panda hugs. Love you guys.